strong more? Did you notice that? Or no?
Check.
I mean, there's middle grounds to that. Like, Dave might have something kicking in, but maybe just not that much.
That's what I mean. So as soon as you do it, there's no need for two guitars. Like, it's
But
there.
there are three of them, and if Dave has something kicking in, then if you're saying you want to make it sound like that, then something should kick in.
I do. Second guitar comes in. I'm not even playing until I come in there.
Yeah, I'm saying something probably kicks in on Dave's guitar.
Yeah, but it would be very subtle, not like times three or like.
Can you hear yourself singing okay? Yeah, I thought maybe.
Maybe his up too? I don't know. Or were you holding back?
No, I felt like it was, that's a little hot there, but it's not enough now. Check. Make my way back home when I learned to fly. I know that's not how it goes, but hit yours.
Check. We'll just try. Am I allowed to distort there? Is live modern enough that distortion's allowed?
Sorry, I don't have all my sounds completely set, but.
Ready? So he had a question there.
No, I said, yeah, like, it's just, as long as we're not blasting each other away or we're fighting for sound, like,
Okay, but how do I know that?
we play and then we just kind of say, hey, that sounds like shit or it sounds good.
Okay, but then I'd have to make a note so that right? Because we can't have that plan on stage,
Well,
right?
yeah, you just don't know until we do it right now, is what I'm saying.
Well, we've done this like a million
Yeah, I don't think it's ever been a problem.
But we've done Learn to Fly before and it never came out.
We did it like once and I didn't like it. It's just that we did it once. We never done it twice either.
Ready?
Yeah.
Like water, deep down in the holding strange. Our love is no other. Let me alone, throw me strange. Our love is no other. Baby, I know. So, yeah.
Oh no, what? No.
No, so yeah.
That was the perfect amount.
I had no, I might as well not have been playing.
Really?
Couldn't hear it at all. That's why you loved it.
I heard you all the whole way through.
Well, then there must be different mixes in those two monitors.
No,
Are
same.
the same? Jeez. And you're lying.
No, I can hear you, and I can hear the amount of distortion, and I'm saying that was good. But you gotta be up a bit, that's fine.
I just put it up a tiny bit.
Vocal
Do you
tune.
have more on there? Can you turn up your guitar? Or is that
No.
More on vocal still?
A little, please.
Okay.
Okay, flagpole.
What is Flagpole?
It's ain't no rest.
Yeah, 8 orange.
But are there objections to shoving that to an acoustic set? We're gonna shove Ain't No Rest to set 2.
Yeah, probably, yeah. As an acoustic, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay. Any objections?
I don't care.
My only note would be that would be no capo, right?
Yeah, it's no cable.
And the acoustic no capo songs are in this set, and that would have to stay.
Okay, so you said the acoustic no capos are in set 1 right now? We're shoving them all to set 2.
Okay.
Go ahead, just tell me
I'm just saying
what's wrong with that.
That will put the two blue rodeos together. That's
But one of them is capo. One of them is they differ in capo. The two blue rodeo songs. So you can still bookend set 2, right?
Yep.
I totally get that this is annoying and complicated, but it's doable.
all. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going with it.
Okay.
I don't know anything about capos, non-capos, how much you have to dick around between putting one on, tuning, or not.
I
It's in
agree.
Wikipedia, for fuck's sake.
If we have
I agree that that's a thing.
If we have every acoustic song in there,
Yeah.
we're doing no capo, one capo,
Yes,
two capos,
yes.
three capos.
Yes.
And currently the drop D song is in there, which is more dicking around. So we would have to move those out. If you're gonna keep the blue rodeos together in the same set, you have to go one at the end, and that's fine.
Yeah. But the alternative that you're referring to would be keeping all the drop Ds together, for example.
Yep.
But some of them are acoustic and some of them are electric. So then you keeping those drop Ds together,
Because I don't have any drop D
take a picture.
acoustic note.
Take a
Just
picture.
sugar and take a picture.
Yeah.
Take a picture as acoustic?
No, it's not.
If we've got room.
It's both.
It's both, yeah.
Yeah.
If we've got room, if the number of acoustics is still,
I don't have that down.
What, just a thought here, Eric. What if we took 2 of the whammiest ones, say Capo 2, just say, and we had them in another set, so there was less dicking in the second set? What would you think of that?
So the second set would be
okay,
all day.
it's, let me, you guys probably didn't hear the clearest, nerdiest way I told it to Brian, is that it's an Excel sort. You sort by guitar first, and then sort by capo tuning. So You put all the acoustics together, and within the acoustics, you sort by capo tuning.
Yeah, I'm good with
We
that.
can do that.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I was just suggesting maybe keep two of them out so it's a little less capo tuning. Because you could have, in the third set, you could have two songs ready in capo.
I fully agree, but the trade-off is that you're doing more guitar changes.
Let's
And
do
guitar changes are worse than capo tuning.
Well, they're not an acoustics plugged in on a stand for you. You just pick it up.
Let's do it one at a time.
How many guitars?
What are we replacing
Well-
in set one? With the rest of the,
Just anything that's in set 2 that's electric can get shoved up to set
so
1.
counting guitars,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Do it now?
Do it now.
Oh, okay.
Sort of mixing it up.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah,
counting
I
guitars
understand
right
his
now.
reasoning. Yeah.
So then we'll go to set one.
And for anyone that's frustrated right now, I mean, as we've seen whenever we run a project at work, like, if someone says something and nobody answers, then that could cause some issues, right? Because then he's wasted his time, as I'm sure you've seen in any project, right? If you go on before you're ready to go on, he wasted his time on Spotify.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not frustrated.
Okay.
I just wanna get it
Yeah,
going.
me neither. I just,
Okay.
all I want to do is, let's get through these songs today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever we gotta do, let's do it quickly, but
Okay.
we gotta get the list right so that for once and for all it's set. So,
Counting blue cards
Yep.
right now.
yeah.
Oh, so we're doing kind blue cards?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
shoes make up noises in this place. Our clothes are stained. We first memory cross our people now. Many questions like children often do. You don't have to go louder either, and or through the lead. You should stay with your rhythm sound, so your original one, right? Because then my lead will stand out without me going super loud. And yeah.
I need to be taking notes on this stuff.
Check.
Some of them just lose the feel when everything just bumps up, right?
Well, you were happy with the last one on the same amount of distortion because the volume was lower.
The type of song it is.
And the volume was lower. Like he
no,
turned
if you were a
me
little
up.
louder last time, it would have been fine, trust me. As I'm listening. It's just that song there, you don't need to bump the chorus, because...
Okay, do we have time for a lyric question, or we gotta move on? We have time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first chorus is half as long.
Yep.
Tell me all your thoughts on God, and tell me am I very far.
Right, correct.
Second chorus says, because I'd really like to meet her and ask her why we're who we are.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we do not do tell me am I very far right there.
No.
Okay?
Okay. Well,
And-
did I do that?
Which is
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah.
We're sorting it out.
Yeah.
Okay, then because that chorus is twice as long, then we go because I'm on my way to see her, and then we say, tell me, am I very far?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now what about the third chorus? Is it exactly like the second?
Exactly the same.
Like it does the
Yeah.
who we are and then very far?
And that's where you... And
Yes.
Okay.
And that's where you would normally go on... That's what the lead vocalist does there.
You're telling me as soon as we start the third chorus?
No, but
okay.
the last part of the third chorus,
Okay.
you go into that while we're repeating. Tell me all your,
It's after that we're not.
Which
very
is what
far.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's after that we're not very far now. So
That's the only way it
we do
changes.
3 of them.
Am I changing something or it's what I did?
What you did.
Okay. All right. So now Flagpole. Is that okay, Brian? Yeah. I should probably distort for this.
Yeah. I go clean for most of it myself, but like clean, I dial my volume down and just do light strums. Right off the bat, that sounds like it might be too much because
Is it possible that this speaker's not as loud as that one?
I'm hearing both.
No,
I
they're tied together.
can hear them both.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like they have volume settings. Or, okay.
No.
Could we move this close? Maybe this is closer to me than it is to you.
Yeah, that's a very good possibility.
Maybe there's a problem with the plug, because it's been moved around. Say something?
Say something.
No, it's not loud.
Okay.
No, they're both coming out the same.
Say something.
I can hear them equally.
Okay.
Yeah, that was blasting. Well, not blasting.
I kind of like how it's called Superconductor, which is a Rush reference, and then it sounded like Learn to Fly was played how Neil Peart would play it. I mean, like on the ride, it was yeah.
That's true. I do dig that.
Yeah.
It's actually hi-hat, but I get a little sick of the hi-hat. So.
How does the hi-hat feel about that?
No, but
It feels fine because it's been hit about 1 million times since August 30th, 1980.
it adds a superconductor flavor.
Like, shouldn't you break it or something by now?
No. They're too fucking expensive. Okay.
in every verse, what's the second chord you go to? So after the C?
G sharp.
It's just weird.
In which,
Just no, he's right.
G sharp.
So I do this in G sharp, which is fine. Just, everything sounded funny there. It was weird.
the end of the song, you mean?
No, just in every verse after the C.
If it sounds funny, it's because you can hear me and I can't.
What? I can hear you a lot.
Sounds funny because you can hear me and I can't.
Which is weird. Now there is a part at the end that didn't sound right. Did you guys notice that? It was
Yeah, it was me.
okay. Like kind of changed. That's something different. I
I
can't
played
remember.
the
What it is.
wrong note and at the beginning of the chorus after.
So it's like when I go. Changes differently for that one, right?
Let's move on. He already said he fucked it up.
Yeah.
You know,
Please turn that,
Choke.
please turn that monitor. Be careful here and something better.
Give them both. You's gonna be way loud now, brother.
I didn't mind. I'm just saying if you heard a sour chord, it's because I couldn't hear the sour chord. But I don't think I played a sour chord.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, for that G sharp.
Is it Teen Spirit or what?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not really sure what we're
Is
doing.
that right, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So acoustics have been moved to the second.
Yes,
Okay, so the first is the same unless we brought something in.
correct.
Fair enough. Okay? That's what you got tied.
I'm good. You start.
Too messy.
Would you like it tipped at all?
Sure.
You're making it harder than it actually is, because in the verses there are no ghost notes at all.
I'm not talking about the beat. I'm talking about the.
I know you are, and I'm just talking about something else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, in the hello hellos?
The whole verse has no ghost notes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is confusing because the chorus has tons of ghost notes, right?
Yeah.
There's so much going on, yeah. Boom, ba-chim, chippa, chippa, ba-chim, boom, boom. Yeah. The chorus has lots, yeah, but verse has none, yeah.
My only complaint is I can barely hear this guy. It's not loud enough for the room.
Okay, can we turn Brian up?
Can you hear it?
Oh,
No, it's not even close. Not even close.
Were you holding back, Brian?
No,
No.
I can
Oh, okay.
turn myself up so I can hear myself.
But in the room, it's barely audible.
Because the subwoofer itself is turned all the way to max today.
Yeah.
And his level's the same, so something's changed there.
Yeah, because it's not as audible in the room near like
Because,
His pedal is just not outputting as loud as what he had before. That's all it is.
yeah. So let me change the gain here.
I would say Machinehead is next.
Better?
it's better, but it can still go more. That's a lot more, so that's probably gonna be great. 'Cause even quite low.
Like I just turned my monitor off and I can hear a ton here.
Yeah, which is weird. Out in the room,
Like the
though.
whole thing is like booming.
Yeah, out in the room, it's not at all.
I don't understand that. That is the room.
I have no comment. I wasn't paying attention.
He wasn't near loud. Now he's probably gonna be great.
Make sure that hit the bass again. Make sure because I'm hearing a lot of those monitors.
That's here.
Alright. I don't know. What did I say?
Are we cool, Machinehead? Is that okay to do that next, or you want? Yeah. Okay. Or I'm sympathetic though. Like whenever we got rid of an acoustic and moved it down, did you say you wanted to shove an electric in that spot? Machinehead? Okay.
Stop
It drops right out quicker than, and then comes in with stuff. You were still kind of had a beat going. You didn't need one
Where?
at the end of that.
I did not notice that.
There was some before you got to the cymbals though. You were still doing kind of a part beat there.
On the lock, I locked on my machines.
I don't know exactly. I just know that in the end, when it's supposed to like stop and just go to cymbals, you were still doing a bit of stuff. That's all. That's all I can remember. Couldn't tell you what you did or exactly when it was.
I did not notice that. You're talking about the very
I
end?
don't know, I mean, I played the song a million times. But
Yeah, so did I.
anyway.
What's next?
What's the frequency? Okay.
It's a weird one. Alright. Do I start?
Take
That solo sounded fucking perfect. I don't know how.
Yeah, it did. Kinda good.
Was just a bit.
Yeah, it was fast.
It was fast?
Yeah.
Which I love.
Is
Well,
lot-
it
watched
doesn't
it,
work.
live?
It doesn't work with my tremolo though. It's set for basically all
Oh.
the time.
So he's got to do the count in with his tremolo.
Because it's 96 beats a minute. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, that's the tempo that we need for, like, that's with the album right there. That was way too quick for that.
Still just a hair quick.
I don't know how I'm going to match a fucking tremolo.
No, we just can't play it quite that quick. It doesn't match the tremolo. It's just gonna be fairly close. That's probably where it would sit in about there.
Can you make your tremolo just a little bit faster?
Oh, I can. That's for.
They probably use a click on that song.
Do you want?
If you guys want to play it faster, I'll just set the tremolo a little faster.
No, that's pointless.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I didn't sound like an asshole there. It's
Whatever
just,
it is,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
It's a little slower than that.
but have you ever played with a click? I haven't.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
not much because nobody can ever fucking hear it. So
I think any time tremolo is used in any song, I think they use a click.
yeah, could
I
be.
think the drummer uses a click. Boulevard of Broken Dreams, for example, all of U2. Because like they gotta match Edge's delay the whole time. They don't have to.
Well, they all use in-ears too, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, you're not. Please don't use a click without an in-ear. You know it sounds like shit. Yep.
We're gonna use somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. One sec.
See, like that teen spirit moment is me like holding back because you say like when there's one guitar part you want to be playing alone, but then if I'm holding back, maybe neither of us plays, like what happened in Teen Spirit.
You know, I thought that was your part though. I thought you did.
So
Okay, so the way we did it last time, you did that, and then I come in on the when it goes down, 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 down.
okay, well we got to remember that. Like I used to just err on the side of caution and play a little when you didn't want me to play, because that way there won't be dead fucking air,
Yeah,
right?
But
like,
if you just remember that's your part, you should just do it.
Okay.
And
You
I'll
need to remind me.
that way it's basically one sound, and I come in to enhance it a bit on the down, 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 and that's all I do. And I don't even use full volume. I just kind of I try to just give it a little more space, you know, like a wider sort of sound without volume.
You might like this tip because you get sick of staying on the hi-hat. For the second half of every Teen Spirit chorus, he moves from the open hi-hat, he moves to the ride. And that really gives some variety.
Might need a water.
And the number of hi-hats in the verse is quite constant, but when you're open in the chorus, there's half as many hi-hats. Which makes it harder, I guess, because you got so much going on the bass and
no,
snare.
it's not hard.
Okay.
It's just interpreting his style. Right?
But then what's cool is when he moves from that 4 count of opens and he moves to the ride, it's just pow, 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 chow, chippa, chippa, chow, pow,
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah.
No,
So
it's good for that song. It's just we picked a lot of loud songs now, so you know we're heading the wrong direction volume wise.
I agree.
But they're good songs.
Great songs. Like
But yeah.
Miss Murder, great song, but volume wise, it's going to come across a little.
Yeah, so we're, we may have some trouble, but anyway, we'll see. We'll just play somewhere else.
If you're playing the Atria, this isn't loud enough.
Well, Atria
Yeah.
will be phased out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because it's not going to be the right crowd.
But I would argue that any song can even become unplugged. We could soften any song.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, I got over there. You see smaller cymbals and cymbals with holes. So my cymbal volume will be coming down. But we got to do everything else too, right? So
All right, we'll use somebody for now.
yeah.
Greg couldn't afford the whole cymbal. He had to get one with the holes in it.
It's the only way to make them quieter.
Yeah, they throw out the holes.
What did they do with the holes, man?
They make timbits.
Cymbal bit.
Yeah.
Don't they make TTC tokens?
I hope so.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do a thing or no?
How does it
Oh.
actually?
Countless loves and
that part that goes five.
Okay,
Progressions.
that's why I asked you, like, when do we go to the A minor? Because, like, does that mean there's 3 where we start on C, and then 2 where we start on A minor?
One, where we start.
And then 4 with A minor?
Yeah, everything else after that is in.
Jeez, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Yes, it is weird, but it is only one. It is only one
Is there any singing during the solo?
After it,
after it.
there's you say someone like you 3 times, and then someone echoes somebody, someone like you, somebody.
Okay, so when you say 5 times, are you including that
Someone
part that
like
he's
you.
talking about?
So what happens is the solo does the same 4 times, and then on the last, so which is. Does that 4 times. Then on the 5th one I go. Oh, sorry.
Okay, but we're saying that there's a bunch of solo without singing, and then there's a bunch of solo with singing.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
2 without it looks like, and then
Yeah.
3 with, and then he
The last one's a shorter one.
It's a
The
shorter
5th
one?
one's a shorter one.
and we all
5th
end.
progression.
I've been rolling around, looking down at all I see.
Okay, so,
So you're playing D's
So-
and F sharp, right?
yeah,
He starts the solo, and then
That-
right after that.
that's not solo. D's and F sharps is the bridge.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, solo,
The next thing we play after that F sharp is E, F sharp.
yep,
E, E, F,
yep,
only once,
yep.
and then it's A, C, F.
So weird.
Yes. But I can guarantee that that's what it is.
Okay, and then 3 ACFs with singing. Okay, let's start on the D, please, on the bridge.
Oh, that part.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah? Okay.
Perfecto. I'm surprised at how well that song is coming on.
My part is so easy. I do hardly anything, and it's like shit like that, right?
Yep.
Mm.
But all the parts are there, so it's good.
I have a little problem doing this sometimes though. I'm getting it.
I feel like the radio edit shortens that a little bit, like maybe by just 1 time.
The radio edit's a bitch.
Yeah. Because that felt like 1 time too long, but yeah.
Not too long for you, big boy.
Okay, and clearly there's no acoustic effect, right?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Big boy.
If you want to mimic the actual sound of it, though, it's just like this.
the very end, like when it's really soft,
But even
it's clean, right?
even in the beginning, it's a little tiniest bit of distortion, but dial back on your guitar. That's how they do it. And
For the really soft part?
no, beginning and the end, both are the beginning one's not dialed back as much, obviously. But yeah, it's a palm.
When I'm playing alone, when he first sings.
It's palm muted like that.
For when I'm playing alone? Yeah? Okay.
Palm muted the whole time. Nice and tight.
I'm going to get that other amp working, so that way you're using the same. That way you don't have to worry about this volume difference here.
What's that though?
The other Fender.
Was it better? Or something?
No, for him to use.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Then you're both using amps instead of the monitors.
Yeah.
I don't mind. This is fine. Because there might be amp simulator into amp might get muddy.
Could be.
Yeah. But he's doing amp simulator into amp. And he seems happy with the sound. Right? Do you not have a concern that you're simulating an amp and then going into an amp and then...
I'm not simulating.
Okay.
No.
I am though.
Yeah, because if you're simulating that,
Okay.
it's not as good.
What's
So
next?
steady as she goes. Yeah. That sounds good? Yeah.
Yeah, but the Maple Leaf hat's not ready.
Well, no, it's just I thought I had a sound for it, but maybe I don't. Sorry. No, I thought I
Door number 3, big boy.
Okay, go ahead.
Ready?
join me, it goes. Doesn't go up, go down, it goes up. It goes. It doesn't do the normal one.
What do you do?
That's what. That's what we both. That's what it is. It doesn't do the regular one. It goes.
But maybe you go up and I go down.
The other one doesn't exist there. The other one doesn't exist there.
I heard you. I don't know what that means.
Well, it's just this is the only one. The part. It's this one. It changes.
But there are two parts for the part you're talking about. Two guitar parts.
No.
What? That's what we just did. We were playing different things for this part.
On that,
Like
no, that's when I go.
Yeah.
That part, but before you, it's when you come in before that. Forget all that. When it stops, it comes back in. When you went right when you did that, right? It doesn't do that. It goes. That's what, and we both do that.
Are you talking about the last time or the second last time?
The second last time, probably. It might be the last time. I just know when you come in, when you join me.
Is it the one where that's twice as long or half as long?
No, it's just half as long one. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
It's one of those little thingies that some bands do.
I'm really surprised by that.
Shouldn't be.
Okay. So you let us know when we get to 12 electrics.
Yeah, I mean, the next electric ones I have.
Is all these things that I've
All
done.
these things that I've done.
But is that, like, are we past 12 now? Or?
No, I mean, we're just doing the songs now.
Okay. Okay. But for us to know when to switch to acoustic.
Yeah, we're still staying on electric.
Okay.
What are we doing next?
All these things.
All these things. Oh, this is
Play it on your stand.
no, this is the one where you changed for us that time. We haven't done it that long. You changed for Eric that time, and you had to transpose it into the F sharp. That's that one that.
Capo F12.
I've never played it in any other.
You transposed it that night for Eric, because he said he did because he's.
You play the note you're gonna play.
You had transposed it that night. We haven't done it since for so long.
But maybe I transposed to not you,
No, I remember.
because I can do that.
You thanked him out, yeah. Well, I would do the same. I would just.
What would you do? What would you
I
do?
would move the capo.
And I could just.
Move it one?
And I could get my other guitar. And I could get my other guitar. That'll work.
I think that's what we had done.
Well, I clearly remember him thanking you for transposing that one. Because you transposed that thing. It was like,
No, because I can't do my Louis unless I tune.
yeah.
I would be surprised if I thanked you, because
I've
it's such
got-
an easy change for me.
Half step down electric capo 2.
Which he's doing.
But
But Andrew,
well, again, just like with the if you can only see conversation, the only reason I might make you change that,
yeah,
it's the age-old thing of like changing guitars is more important, right?
Yeah.
The same thing here. Vocal, being able to hit the notes is more important
Yeah.
than hitting that low E. So we're gonna try it now You know what I'm saying. We're trying.
I know exactly what you're saying.
So,
It's just, so,
that's your G.
Like, we're gonna play like the recording right now, just like if you could only see, but
if you would rather do it a half step down.
we'll try it. I would be surprised if the Killers don't do it
Because
lower.
we also have, if you could only see was in a, like, that was the one where I was in everybody else.
We changed, we went up a fret.
We went up to match the
We went
recording.
up to match you with
But
that.
if I'm tuning down for this song, I would also have that song next, so that I am in the same key, right? Either I switch a bass or I tune my bass down for these two songs.
But we won't know until we try it. We're gonna try it and see if I'm okay vocally.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm just saying that if that's what we end up doing, that's how we would achieve that with those two songs. And I would play a tuned down bass for those two songs.
If the vocal's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you could only see, sounded great. I just want some fucking credit, because fucking Tonic, they don't play it that high.
We will put a special
we'll make a song.
on the show.
Yeah, we actually went up a semitone on that.
we played like the recording, which Tonic does not do.
We did not go up the same.
No, we did for the actual recording.
We matched the recording.
That's the recording.
Yeah.
Yes, but Tonic does not.
The tonic does not,
Yeah.
when they play live,
Yeah.
they're tuned down a whole step.
Mm.
Okay,
That's because they're old.
yes. Okay, we are not old, and we're gonna play this song.
I'm getting
Okay, so can you make a little note before we forget? Can you put capo 3 question mark on all these things?
Okay,
I gotta remember to get this guitar open.
And just to help you out, like you mentioned, you were worried about maybe the micromanagement of should the capo placement be in order in the list? I would say that micromanagement is completely unnecessary. So you can just group the capos together, but it doesn't matter.
1, 2, 3 doesn't matter.
No.
Okay, I've never played with a cable in my life, so I don't know about it.
It is a thing,
Yeah.
but it's so micromanaging that it's not even worth it.
Okay, you're gonna have to write down Paul Reed Smith for this song.
That's up to Brian. Guitar change. He's the master of the guitar business right now. Is it okay if I use some chapstick? Nobody minds?
Hold on. No, that's okay. Just don't use a straw in public.
Did you say that when what's his face was here, Scott?
He didn't.
Oh, what?
He
Oh,
didn't.
yeah, no.
Making your gay jokes about straws and
No. I would have told him he was gay, but I wouldn't.
You did?
I would have, yeah, because
Would've or did?
no, I totally would. Like he was cool with it. He's not really gay. He's bi. He told me he's bi. So.
Which means he wouldn't have been cool with it.
Oh no, he'd be cool with it.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm not gay, but my boyfriend is.
He's a bitch.
So
right?
fucking this guy in the ass, eh? Turns around and he fucking kisses me. Faggot. Jeez. Were you playing this part?
I did the first time, but you go ahead if you want.
I just think I'd have to because there's no actual tempo to it.
Yeah, just go right ahead.
I think.
Ta ta tee tee ta.
Can we please start the song with that? Like on stage?
Change your fucking diaper. Get it over with.
I seriously want him to do that at the beginning of this song on stage. He's got a microphone for a reason. When there's nowhere else to run, is there room for one more song? One more song. If you can't hold on, if you can't hold on, hold on.
How'd you feel doing that? Sounded good.
Okay. That is a high note.
Yeah. the start is pretty high to start with. Is it
Yeah.
not? Yeah.
When there's no.
Yeah.
It's pretty high.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's that one very high screen.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But it sounded okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not good.
Okay, so take off the question mark then.
Take off the question mark. So skip the drop Ds, acoustic, put a
Have we done 12 songs yet?
Or are we just gonna keep playing? I think that's what you're
I
saying.
think we have, but we're just playing.
So take a
But
picture
is we
now.
switching to acoustic?
Yeah,
at
I
some
should.
point?
Just so we get used to it.
Yeah, let's,
Let's take a picture though now, right?
no. No, if we're going to acoustic, we're going to acoustic.
But
Let's
take
take
a
a picture
picture's
is
gonna be
acoustic.
So take
acoustic.
a picture, yeah, it's now acoustic. It's drop D and acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
This doesn't sit in here very well, does it?
It has a lack of bottom. You need a hanging stand.
Greg wants her to have more bottom.
There's a very little bottom. Big boy. Little boy. Little bottom on the little boy.
What is that from?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's from Greg.
Oh my god. That's so much more disturbing if it's not from anything.
No.
So yeah.
Uh,
Do you have a lead for that, or you just want to?
let's just, can you switch that?
Yeah. And then you're gonna take that out of your guitar. You want to put in your guitar first? Let me know what's in. Go. Oh shit! I hit the wrong guitar.
Do you do renos for a living?
I used to.
What did you guys just do? Did you switch channels or what happened?
He went to the acoustic.
Yeah, I know, but what channel?
Acoustic.
Like you had two.
But he's going through his pedal.
Yeah,
It's,
I always
but
do
it's,
that.
But it's run right through into the.
Well, if you're doing that, then why don't you just use the same channel?
That's what I always said.
Usually the direct box is just for when you go direct with the acoustic, but if you're going to the pedal, you're already plugged in.
Oh, for acoustic sound, you're better to go straight in, wouldn't you?
I'm bypassing.
Oh, bypass. So really, you're using it for an extension cord
For tuning.
and an extension cord.
Tuning and so I can hear the solo on Hasn't Hit Me Yet.
We've done 11 songs.
Oh. Okay. So
That means Sugar We're Going Down should end set one. Why?
But it's also drop D.
that's fine. That's fine.
Well, let's plug him back into his guitar channel then, because then he'll one channel.
Okay, it's going up back in.
Now we make sure that the level's okay on this channel for both.
It's back in.
Now you're right. You might find out that there's a non-drop D electric in set 2. Is there?
The only reason you
Well,
use
right
two
now-
channels if we had heat.
Like I mean right now.
Yeah.
So I agree with you that Is shimmer good enough to end us at?
But I think it would be, because I think we do it really well.
Okay. So can we make shimmer the 12th song for set 1? And then you're right. So, I mean, that might not help. You won't know until you try it, right? The drop D still might not. It's still going to be on its own. No matter where you put that sugar, it's going to be on its own. It's the only electric drop D.
Not necessarily.
Eric just called Brian sugar. He's wherever you put that sugar.
Shimmer, oh.
And that's a drop D song.
Okay.
Nothing gay about that. Pet names, I guess.
Does that mean shimmer?
Term of endearment.
I mean, it's fine. It's just, I wanted to sort of get that
Right. Okay. Okay. Then,
but now we're going to take a picture. We can't do
They could just go for coffee.
totally separate.
Over what?
They could just go for a coffee.
You can stay together. Take a picture. Let this now on Acoustic.
okay. Which ones were you hoping to be next to each other? Shimmer and take a picture and sugar? All three?
All three of those.
On those together? I'm down to
We don't know yet. But we're doing something acoustic after this.
It hasn't hit me yet.
And 3 a.m. as well.
I don't mean we're playing it hasn't hit me yet. It just hasn't hit me yet. Right? Oh, 1 second. And away you go.
before I forget, the steady as she goes, like, this is the theme of the evening. Some things are just more important than others. I think the off snares are just more important than the background vocal. And I don't blame you at all. I don't know how you're even trying that. Like,
well, I'm going to keep working on it.
Yeah.
Because the problem is I'm reading the words, right?
Oh, don't feel an ounce of shame if you can't pull it off.
No, I'm not ashamed.
Yeah.
I don't feel that.
Yeah.
On this one, there's only 6. Could you want to take my pictures at the end?
That's what we did?
That's what we did.
Really? Man, it felt really long.
It is long.
I think it felt long because I think we did it slower.
That was a good pace for it.
Good pace?
Very good pace.
Well, it did feel long, yeah. But it's because the radio edit is half. Every single chorus in the radio edit is half of what we did.
So, on that note, I would be fine doing 4 if that would be better for you. Like if you felt long and you don't want to drag it
I
on.
was just counting 6 and it didn't seem to be 6.
We both thought it was 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I almost bowed out at 4, that's why I know it was 6.
Yeah. Like I wish he ad-libbed the vocal a little bit or something, but I don't think he does.
No.
Is there any difference at all throughout those 6? They don't change at all.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, okay.
So, like I said, we could do 4. I'm good with 4. Vote 4, 6.
Just keep it at 6 because it is 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's next then?
So we're doing an acoustic song.
So Lost Together?
Lost Together.
And then Dirtbag.
Yes.
Strange and beautiful.
So how many guitars do you have?
I've got more acoustics. Like I've got this Fender Stratocaustic, which sounds decent. And then like if you had 2 of them set, that wouldn't be bad. You know, I just hate carrying like
The carrying
I'd be carrying 5.
and the switching.
But I could bring 2 acoustics for you. So
But-
that's one less.
But the switching might be longer than the tuning. So
It's not really like it's set. You just plug and go.
Yeah.
Like because capo tuning sucks. It really does.
but then I gotta think, is that other acoustic at a different volume?
Well, Brian's a comedian, and
Brian's what?
a comedian, and he could fill in the gaps.
But he's the one talking about little boys. Everybody will laugh at that. He should be the comedian.
Oh no, it wasn't little boys.
Oh, it was big boys.
It was.
It was both. I do not discriminate.
But girls, yeah, discriminating against them.
Strange and beautiful.
Okay, so we're not going to do stuff like that on stage where somebody starts. So if you feel like I'm playing too slowly, just bring it up. We'll follow you. Okay?
Strange and beautiful are the stars tonight. They're dancing around your head. In your eyes I see that perfect world. Oh, that doesn't sound too well. And I want all the world to know your love's all I need, all that I need. And it's alright. We are lost together. Yeah, it's alright. We are lost together. The boulders face the sky. Wonder why I bother. So much control by so few. Stumbling from one disaster to another. I've been in house so many times before. Dream to me now, dream to me now. When you play alive, we are lost together. When you play alive, we are lost together. In the silence of this whispered night, listen only to your breath. In that second of a shooting star, somehow it all makes sense. And I want all the way to know.
not, that ending is a lot longer.
So that must be radio edit, what I have here.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's fine. Because at that part, that's where it goes. But we don't have to do that.
I'm down. Are you accustomed to? Oh, I guess you don't play for that part.
Oh yeah, no, it goes right through.
I just stop where basically where you just kind of wrapped up.
Yeah.
I kind of wait for that.
So what it is 4 complete choruses where we do our thing, right? And then it goes to basically 4 more progressions again.
Okay, so the amount of singing is, did we do it right?
We did, but then when you did,
I just wanted to get that straight first.
yeah,
The amount of singing we did it right? Okay.
Yeah,
More outro.
yeah, and then the 4 are just all the same. And then he improvises after that a little bit vocally.
Really?
Yeah, just a little bit. Like that's when you did your ending one, that doesn't come until like the 5th or 6th or something like that. You know what I mean?
Whoa, but I just asked you if the amount of singing was right.
And I was trying to tell you the amount is, but the end, that's what I was supposed to tell you, but your end riff doesn't come there, not on the 4th. It signals something later. Like it.
Are you talking about a vocal riff?
Yeah. When you did,
Together, together, together?
yeah, or whatever that was. I'm not sure. I just know that that's early. If we could ended it there, it's not early.
Okay, so 4 progressions with vocals, and then is there a little bit of instrumental without vocals at that point?
I think it kind of does one, and then he does something, but I couldn't tell you exactly.
Oh,
I just
okay.
know it's different. And I'm pretty sure the first 4, we don't even alter what we do singing. It's 4 the same. I'm pretty sure.
And when you say 4 instrumental with maybe a bit of vocal, does that include the soft progression on its own at the end that ends on the E minor?
That would still end. That like
Is that one of the 4?
yeah. So it's 8 instead of 4. I'm pretty sure. Like it's best to listen to it, but
You're not sure. Okay.
yeah. But I'm pretty sure it just doubles up, and then the last one has it's a keyboard thing, but I do it on the guitar.
I thought it was fine. I thought that was
Yeah,
the right length.
it's not the right length, but that's fine. Because I know I do 4.
Do you know,
complete
Greg?
vocals.
No, isn't it a fade out ending? I don't know.
No, it's not.
Just put it on. It's so easy. Changing batteries in these things because they're so hard to get out of the packages.
Gonna have to rewind. Rewind to the perfect. No, keep playing.
I wasn't listening. How many progressions total?
8.
What was it? 80?
It was 6 with singing.
He improvises a little bit, right? And has some spaces and stuff.
Yeah,
It's kind of.
I was just counting.
Okay, so there's a normal chorus, then there's same size as a chorus, instrumental with a little bit of vocal.
Yeah. But wait, I won't do any instrumental there. We'll just like the way it works is it's still four straightforward choruses, like progressions of, and that's when he improvises on his vocals more and has gaps and gets into that other more of the yelling thing that he does and stuff. So that's when I would kick in with my part after 4. Vocally, there isn't even any background vocals after 4.
No. The most instrumental part is the middle. There are 2 with full vocals, 2 progressions with full vocals, then 2 with barely any vocals, then 2 with full vocals. So if you're gonna do an instrumental riff, I would think it's during the part where there's barely any vocals.
Yeah, you can do it that way, or you can do 4 straight, and then you can just do.
That's not what they did.
Yeah, it's whatever you want to do. It's fine.
Okay.
It's just like for me to go to that part in the guitar, if it goes, I can do that. It's not a problem.
Okay, so 2 were vocal leads, 2 were instruments lead, then 2 were vocal leads, and then 1 alone. 1 partial one alone.
Once it gets to that part, like after like first 2 I do normal, the 3 and 4 I do like you say that instrumental, and that instrumental carries through for the last 4.
Okay.
So that's
For the last 2.
4. I do for 6. If I start there, I do it for 6. It's there the whole time.
No, there are not 6. If you start it when so there's a normal chorus, and then the instrumental-ish part starts. But at that point, there's only 4 progressions left in the song, not counting the cut-off progression that's on its own.
In those 4 progressions, that part is going all the way through it.
Okay, which is fine. I just don't want you to think it's 6. It's only 4.
Well, it's 8 progressions total.
No.
Oh, I thought you counted 8.
8, including the last 2.
Yeah. So it's 8.
Including
So
the fader.
it's 2 then 6. For me, it's 2 and 6.
But that's 1 progression. It's not even a full one. I counted the whole time.
Yeah, I did too.
It's 2 progressions with full vocal, like a normal chorus, 2 progressions with barely any vocal, then 2 progressions with full vocal that just goes a bit higher, and then 1, like even a 0.8 progression. It's not even 1 on its own. That's what it is.
Yeah, the last, that's what I'm calling the last 2.
But it's not even 1. That whole thing was 1. Oh. Okay, so the confusion here is that that's a verse progression.
Yeah, that's.
And that's only 1.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's exactly what I just.
I know, which is 1 progression.
No,
Yeah.
I see what you're both saying. You're talking about a progression of a chorus, which is all the words, I think, and he's talking about just 2 progressions make a chorus.
No, we can't even talk about choruses right now. We're talking about the very ending. It's verse.
Let's not talk about it. Then play it one more time and everybody listen. That's easier. And then
Oh, I know it. I don't have to listen again. I know what it is. We can play it, like play it, but I know what it is. It's all here.
Let's do it from the keyboard solo.
Okay. Do you have any questions before we go, or no? Okay.
give her a shot.
Thank you. in the silence of this whispered night. Listen only to your breath. In that second of a shooting star, somehow it all makes sense. And I want everyone to know that your love's all I need. All that I
As I stated, I couldn't tell you how long anything is. I just knew it was longer
Okay,
at the beginning. Yeah.
but it's not longer than what we did.
That's good. Then.
Okay.
That's good. That gets more of the feel of it.
Was that good for you?
Fuck, Greg doesn't look happy. It wasn't good for him.
Don't care. All I do is wait for the vocal cue at the end there, and that's it. It's done.
Yeah, it does help that he goes
You
high
can
there.
just,
Yeah.
you can go 100 times.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't make any difference to me.
Teenage Dirtbag?
Yes, you are.
I was a very
Little boy, little boys, big boys,
You can start her.
teenage
I got lots of
dirtbags.
time.
Could I have one too, please? Oh.
You good, Brian? Who you?
about me. 'Cause I'm just a teenage girl, baby. Just a teenage girl, baby. Listen to Iron Maiden. Man, I feel like mold. It's prom night and I am lonely, lo and behold, she's walking over to me. This must be fake. My lips starts to shake. How does she know who I am? And why does she give a damn about tickets to Iron Maiden? Come with me Friday, don't say maybe. I'm just a teenage
That's for the big boys.
We won't really do that ending. We'll do the real ending.
Okay. If we want it to sound better, and I don't care really, but if we want it to sound better, we have to pick who we're following. Are we following you or following you? Because you guys were not.
For what?
For the ending.
I can easily do the album, and I was totally prepared. I did my 2 long each. But
I drop out though.
Yes, but no. Because it starts before that, right? Because there's that whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's different than the normal way we do it,
Okay.
right? You just have to give it a listen.
Yeah.
We'll just do it the way the album is, and
You got her.
that's it.
In the Naveed. So we're not doing that on acoustic, right?
You can fuck your fellow man.
What's the next acoustic one?
I think that is.
Are we doing Naveed on acoustic?
Yeah. That's what he does.
and it sounds. I can't remember what song it was earlier. It was take a picture when it got heavy. There, you take a picture when it got heavy. It sounds so cool, and the acoustic is when you hear that, like the album.
The acoustic definitely continues in the chorus on the album.
Well, no, just like when you're strumming in that song, you hear the there's so many bands that do that. They keep the acoustic going. You don't so much hear it as you hear the percussiveness of it, right? It sounds really cool.
How many songs have we actually done, you know?
7.
No.
We've done,
I'd say like 16.
12, and then we did
Yeah.
how many acoustics? Just 3, right?
2, this would be the third. We did take a picture, so 3.
So yeah, we got a lot left just to get through 2 sets.
We've done 14.
When you look on Spotify at the total length of each set, it was 48 minutes, 49 minutes, and 48 minutes.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's without any breaks or talking or changing.
Yeah, that brings you to an hour.
So, are we talking about a 3-hour booking? Yeah? So what's cool about that is the second and third set will start on the hour, which people like.
Drive you on.
The song is all about those 2 pounds, so we could, do we want to end before the 2 pounds like we just did, or end on the 2 pounds?
I'd like to do that.
So we end on the B flat.
Okay. That was a pretty good rendition of that song.
It's better than Kick in the Face.
Better than pee in your pants, little boy.
How about 3 a.m.?
She said it's cold outside, and she hands me my raincoat.
I'm taking a break on this.
Like that.
I just got replaced.
That's the Sum 41 version of 3 a.m.
Slum 41.
Abortion. It's the only song in the world that echoes the word abortion. It's really messed up.
It's rare enough for a song to have the word in it, but they just went all out. They're just like, let's say it over and over.
Did you say the word was abortion? I had no idea. I thought it was had enough portion, but had enough abortion.
So you thought the song was like anger about an insufficient amount of food?
Yeah, or whatever.
Right?
I never really
I didn't have enough portion.
I never really paid attention to it.
There's similar. I mean, we're allowed to be as mad about not having enough food, but then that's just as controversial.
But in my early days, I've had enough horse shit, is what I thought he said, right? And then
You need a bigger portion.
Yeah.
Portion.
so it's about fat Americans.
From Wall-E, the ones that are floating around in electric wheelchairs.
Matchbox 20.
19 or 20, whatever it takes.
She says, hold outside, change the record. She's always worried about things like that. She says, oh, but I might as well be out there. She always sleeps when it's raining, and she screams, and her voice is strange. She goes, baby, it's raining, I was so lonely. She goes, baby, I am still in the road. Sometimes the rain will wash away, I believe it. Need a bigger portion. She got a little bit something, God's got her nothing, but she still wants a bigger portion. The color portion where she believes that she's got road. Says the moon hanging quite as high as it. She always sleeps when it's raining, and she screams, and her voice is strange. She goes, baby, it's raining, I must go home. She says, baby, I can never say a little less sometimes. The rain will wash away, I believe this. She believes that life is made up of all used to. The clock on the wall has been sticking through for days and days. She thinks that happiness is a map that sits on a doorway. Yeah. But outside, it's stopping raining. It's raining almost till the morning. She says, baby, I remember still the road. Sometimes the rain don't wash away, I believe. Yes, it's raining almost till the morning. Yeah, she says, baby, I remember still the road. Sometimes.
Well, you get what you give.
No. That one's not acoustic.
No?
I don't
You
think
could
so.
only see electronic.
Oh!
You could only see.
If
Okay.
you could
So we're doing
only see.
capo 2 now? Does it say capo 2? Okay.
Where is that one? Tommy?
It's currently in the third set.
I got it.
Open up your ass.
I think you said ass.
I did.
That don't sound good.
Well, it's safe around here. Your ass is safe around here.
Okay.
Not if you're a big boy or a little boy.
Settle down.
If you could only see the way she loves me.
The doctor said my mom should have had a bigger portion.
And hungry man dinner.
Like every time you heard that song, you're thinking, that doctor thinks my mom is underweight and she needs to hit a healthy weight. That's what rock stars sing about.
But she's always wanting more portion. No, I hadn't really thought of that song, to be honest with you. Just heard it on the radio and never heard abortion.
Doesn't she have fat lips? So she's not underweight. Why does she need a bigger portion? There's your hint.
It's just it's gluttony. Isn't that one of the 7 sins? There's more than 7 sins, isn't there?
I don't know, man. I don't subscribe. I don't subscribe
To sins?
to the theology.
There's a Sins channel.
Yeah, the adult channel.
It's got 7 videos.
You get IPTV, you got 300 channels of that stuff.
Yeah, there was some. I'm thinking of a movie where there was a murderer that
It's
was
called
going.
7.
It was 7, right? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
it's a good movie.
It was.
You do subscribe.
Caught him. Caught him.
Not to Christianity.
But the movie's about it.
Let's go. Already 10, man.
If you could only see the way she loves me, maybe you'd understand why I feel this way about our love. Why I must do.
Hey, Greg.
If you could only see how blue her eyes can be when she says. She says she loves me. You got your reason. You got your life. You got your beginnings. To the downside.
Is it a longer pause the first time, right?
I didn't think it was.
I feel like they're different.
I felt that we were late on it.
We were.
So you're not hearing what I'm saying. The longer pause the first time, at the beginning of the song.
Oh yeah, I don't even
Yeah.
pay attention to that because I'm not playing, so sorry.
But you gotta know when to kick in.
I just know how the album goes. I just play. Like I'm that guy that.
And it's longer.
Here, no.
No, in the beginning.
I don't pay attention.
We gotta know this.
What? I will have no problem playing it, but I don't pay attention. I don't count or anything. There's no songs.
It seems like we have to listen.
So what are we talking about?
I think going into the I think at the very beginning of the song, the first time we do that, there's a longer pause going into it. And then the one we just did is not a longer pause. Or not supposed to be. I think.
There's a 4 count before we come in on the first one. And the second one, when she says she loves me.
Okay, that's the beginning of the
Yeah,
song.
it's the shorter one.
No, that's.
Second one's shorter.
Yeah.
Just
The first one's 4 beats. This one's just like 1 beat, and then
Yeah.
So this one is short.
When she
That's what I
says
said,
she loves me, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, was that the beginning one or
That's
the?
beginning?
Okay.
So it's a 4 count at the beginning, and the second one basically goes right in.
Do what you just did, but for the second one on your own.
Okay. On the chorus?
Yeah. Yes.
When she says she loves me. There's no pause, basically, on the second one, after the chorus. When she says she loves me. You gotta wait till once you finish saying me, it's straight in. When she says she loves me.
But the first time there's 4 counts after me.
Yes.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. And then the third one is a larger portion.
There's a third one?
No.
Oh, there is no third one.
No, it's
The
pro-
next
it's,
chorus is the same as the
it's proportion.
choruses are always the same.
This one's proportion.
The next one
Proportion,
is into
that's
the
right.
solo and there's no break.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the second chorus. First chorus was the one I would have done on my own. I'm going into the second chorus.
If you could only see the way she loves me, then you'd understand why I feel this way about my love is what I must do. If you could only see the blue eyes, when she says she loves me.
See, I think that's what it is. I think it's before me.
Whatever.
When
I
she
knew where.
says she loves me.
Seems like we should listen.
Something did jump though.
It is during that line.
It seems like
She loves me. When she says she. Is it overlapping?
Give it a quick play. The more this goes on, the more confused I get.
play the beginning one too, please.
If you could only see it.
If you could only see the way, if you could only see how blue her eyes can be when she says she loves me.
I'm straight in. He holds the word to this. That's yeah.
You got your reasons, and you got your life,
Can you pause that a sec, please?
and you got your see like blue, her eyes. 1, 2, 3, first 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Till she says she loves me.
Seems like there's a shortened little bar there. Like it's not 4 count steady. It's like there's a little tiny little added pause.
says she loves me.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a tiny bar for sure. Like there's a signature change. It's crazy.
And the second one now, Greg? For
Yep. That's what I said. So let me try to play that one for a sec. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Yep. So there's no signature change that time. Just 4 counts the whole time.
there's no stop either, it just plays right through.
Yep. But the key there is that
Yeah, so
You
basically
keep-
it's when she says she loves me.
but the vocal doesn't do that. But the vocal doesn't do that. The vocal doesn't have a pause. The vocal isn't any different from the first time.
No, it's not, but we
But-
just start
We play right through it.
right where you say the word loves me. When she says
It's right after. Yeah.
Yep. Well. Yep.
And the first time it's the same.
No. First time has an extra bar.
Yeah.
An extra, like,
That's not a full bar.
1 count, 2 count, something, yeah. 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, it's a 2/4 there. Yep, extra 2.
She loves me, 1, 2.
Okay, you're better off counting. Don't use the vocal at all. Just
See how blue her eyes were.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Got it? Okay, from the top.
If you could only see the way she loves me, maybe you'll understand why I feel this way about our love. What I must do. If you could only see her blue, her eyes give me what she says. She says she loves me. When she said she loves me.
No break that time.
Sounds better. Yeah, you're not even supposed to have a crash
Where?
to go into the second one, the one that has no extra bar. I think that's what Andrew and I heard.
Yeah, just
So-
go straight in it.
Yeah, like the beat continues.
Okay, because I stopped.
I think that's what we heard.
He did a
Yeah,
hair stop, but not much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
better than last time.
it's,
Yeah.
it's really weird. It just plays right through. It's kind of interesting.
I assume it's hasn't hit me yet.
Yeah.
I noticed in this one there's a low background vocal too.
There is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll try to do those.
Yeah, I had mentioned it one time where it's where I take off the end and you're starting right with him.
Yeah.
If you do that, yeah.
Where is that?
The chorus.
Oh,
He's when you're going.
Hey,
Yeah.
I guess it hasn't hit me.
oh, you're saying there's 3 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's almost doubling you, but a little down, I think.
It's slower, yeah.
And then I come in the second half.
I
of the other
fell
part.
through this crack. I don't know what the key is. I gotta hear you.
Is that that probably doesn't happen in the first chorus. There's probably no background in the first chorus.
Transfixed before this street light. No, it's throughout.
It's
It's throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the first chorus, there's only one instrument. So are there really 3-part harmonies in the first chorus?
they're not really. It's not really a 3-part harmony. What he's doing is he's going with you, and then in
It's
the
a
second
really
half,
monotone-
that didn't even sound like it. That's weird.
From Longview, I don't know if like for the bass to know. Well, it's not that the bass needs it to know. The bass does it. The bass does like it goes from Sean. Longview is a song that goes from a previous song, and like it holds the F sharp. It's just rock from the previous song, and then the drums start doing the and then the bass goes. Well, guitar is okay, good. So wait for me.
It doesn't do that line.
Yeah. Well, it's not the
It's
chorus.
every
yet.
second line. It doesn't do it there either. It just did the first line.
Were there all three parts there?
No, it's just the two. It's just in the chorus when he gets the chorus down.
So listen.
And I hit that one.
I drop out, you say December night.
Need some, thank you.
Anyway, I have to work on that.
Wow, did you hear how sparse those hi-hats are for the main beat? I'm surprised by that.
The main beat?
Yeah, like they just kicked in.
Wasn't paying attention.
Like it's a little open, similar to our chorus of "Smells Like Teen Spirit" discussion. Yeah, you got to go through the chorus. Listen to how rare those hi-hats are.
I mean, rare.
Like everybody that plays that song. Stop playing for a second.
He's in the quarter notes. Partially open.
Yeah, I can't hear it from here.
Yeah.
Quarter notes partially open.
Yep. I'm just surprised by that because I haven't heard it in forever, and every time we play it live, everybody does the bunch of hi-hats.
Yeah.
Everybody does it.
16th.
Yeah.
Or 8th. Okay.
Okay, so if this is the set list order, I think while he's grabbing his mandolin, I think I should just keep playing this intro progression. Even though I'll end up playing it a lot more times than we should, I think it fills the dead air of him getting the mandolin.
No jokes from Brian.
Filling dead air.
No little boy? No little
You
boy?
can't even say fill dead air. Even that's sexual.
What are you doing?
Little boy. We're doing little boy.
We starting it?
You say that you're leaving, well there comes in no surprise. Still I kinda like this feeling of being left behind. This ain't nothing new to me, but it's just like going home. It's kinda like those sunsets that leave you feeling so strong. Yes, it is an gone. You got sick of the patterns, and I got lost in the song. Same hands within me. Felt the winds keep rocking up, now I lost my head. I stay a chance weeks before the street light, watching the snow around these cold December nights.
My deepest apologies. I didn't tune this thing before and it was a little off, so.
What else we got acoustic, because we're really pushing it here. It's 10:30.
Yeah, I would say we're done for tonight.
Okay.
I assume you all watched the swearing in of the cabinet today.
No.
And if you did, shame on
I had a
you.
really busy day.
Provincial?
Got in rooms. What time was it? I
2 o'clock.
had such a busy day.
It was 2 o'clock this afternoon. I keep my master on very high.
I was